at me. Oh God. I'm packing it up. Y'all. Disclaimer, if you hear like rain or something, it's because it is currently kind of like drizzling outside, but like I checked the weather and it's not supposed to rain, as it's supposed to be drizzling like all day. Hi guys, welcome here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 15 goals that I am planning on making into habits for 2021. If you guys have been here since the beginning of my channel, thank you so much. It has been a year since I started my YouTube channel, and I've seen like so much growth internally. Like, I just love doing this. I love filming videos. I love just ranting to you guys. I love talking to you guys. So yes, thank you so much for subscribing, liking, commenting all the time. It really means the world to me, and I'm so excited to be producing a lot more content since it is a new year. Let me just quickly explain what I'm trying to say, because it literally makes no sense. So basically what I'm trying to say is, during New Year, like literally every YouTuber makes like a video about like what the resolutions are and like kind of like trying to help their audience. And in a way, I did that last year because I was just kind of following what like other YouTubers were doing. So this year I wanted to change things, because last year, like all my goals, I had so many and like I did none of them. So now I want to make more simple goals and kind of give examples on ways that I'm going to be changing them throughout the year. Let's just say like 50 pounds. So like you want to lose 50 pounds. You can't just be like, I want to lose 50 pounds. You should put ways that you're going to lose those 50 pounds. A could be, I'm going to like walk 2 miles every day. I'm going to eat at least like 1 vegetable a day. You know, like kind of like ways like that. So like that goal doesn't seem so like big. And like once you break down that goal, like I feel like it's so much easier to actually want to do that goal throughout the year, instead of just being like, okay, I need to lose 50 pounds. No, instead of like having that mindset every day, you could just have the mindset like, I need to eat 1 vegetable. Like, let me eat some cucumbers today. I'll eat bell peppers tomorrow. You know what I mean? That's just kind of what I was like trying to say. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. 80% of the people that make resolutions quit mid-February. That's crazy. 2 months into a year they quit because they make such drastic changes into their lifestyle that they can't keep up with, which is why many times your resolutions do not work. If you're frustrated, trust me, I can't tell you how many times I make resolutions like, this year I'm going to be skinny, this year I'm going to be more confident in myself. It doesn't matter. Whatever your goal is, make goals that are attainable and tell yourself, write them down every single day, how you're going to achieve your goals. Many times we just write, I want to be more confident, but we don't show exactly how. We don't keep in mind, why am I going to my ears? We don't keep in mind that every single day we have different struggles. We don't keep in mind that there will be days when we're going to be sick. There will be days where we don't feel like doing stuff. Without further ado, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my 15 goals for this year that I want to make into habits. Alrighty, so you can't see any, actually you can kind of see it. So here I have written down my 15 goals and kind of like pinpointed what I wanted to talk about and like why they were my goals and why I'm making these into habits. These are all very important things to me. Just because they're number 1 through 15 does not mean one is more important than the other. My first goal that I want to make into a habit is making my bed every day. I've heard this a bunch of times. I've heard this from my brother. I've heard this from so many people. They always tell me, why are you going to such an effort? Like, why are you waking up 5 minutes earlier to do your bed when, 1, you could be sleeping more, 2, you're going to get into your bed later in the day. Just a bunch of excuses. But the reason why this is a common goal that everyone wants to do but no one achieves is because every day we decide that we want to take on our day, basically. By getting up, you're starting to take over your life. And by doing your bed, it's a little battle won. And since we've all fight battles that are very difficult, very hard, I feel like doing your bed every day is an easy battle won. For me and the whole world, there are days where it's just like everything went to crap, nothing went good. Like we all just have this muddy mindset. But then we can just step back and be like, hey, take a deep breath. At least I did my bed. You know what I mean? So just that's a little battle won, and trust me, it has made a difference in my life by starting to implement this tiny stuff. My second goal is to get my body moving every day. The reason why I say get my body moving every day is because there are going to be days where I don't want to do a 30-minute Whitney Simmons workout. There are days where we're just going to be so mentally exhausted, physically tired, whatever the case is. There are days where we don't want to get our body moving. Though there are off days, you know what I mean? And the simple things like walking to your bus stop, or walking to your car, or walking around school, or stretching in the morning, stretching in the afternoon, dancing in the shower, dancing in front of the mirror, doing little movements that get your body moving is enough. Like, I've struggled with feeling like I let myself down when I don't do an intense workout, which is one of the reasons I wanted to implement get your body moving every day instead of do a 30-minute workout every day, is because I want to give myself a break and allow myself to be okay with just walking for 5 minutes. Allowing that like free range in my goals is what's going to make them into habits, because they're more attainable, they're more easier. I feel like I'm talking too much. Whoa. Hopefully I'm somehow giving you some knowledge. I waited quite a bit to make this video because I wanted to make sure when I was prepared I wasn't just talking some BS. And I wanted to make sure that like I actually hold myself accountable this year to actually make these goals into habits, instead of just saying, okay guys, this is like the perfect life I'm living, because that's not true. No one lives a perfect life. My third goal is to drink plenty of water. This one is kind of like an obvious one, like everyone says this all the time, but your body is 75% made of water, so we need that water. We need our organs need it to function, our cells need it to function. Water is just super important. And my fourth goal is to shop with intention. And I mainly mean this for food, because I cannot tell you how many things I buy. Like, so I'll be on like my healthy time spree, and I'll be like, okay, let me buy these broccoli, let me buy this celery, let me buy these carrots, let me buy these bell peppers. I don't know, I just stock my fridge with so much vegetables and just so much stuff that I know I'm not gonna eat. This year I want to learn how to stock my fridge pantry with intention. And also, this can also go for shopping. I just want to minimize the waste that I put out in this world, and like actually use it, because yes, there are people that are in need that would love to have those fresh produce that we have, but unfortunately they don't have them, and it's just horrible for us to just let it go to waste because we don't want to eat it, or because we simply just forget to. Some questions that I ask myself when I'm shopping is, am I really going to eat this? Am I going to make time to eat this? Is this really something that I love, that I like? My fifth goal is to clean the kitchen after every use. This is a big one. I want to start cleaning my kitchen after every use. And it's not like, oh my god, mop all day. Like, no, absolutely not. What I mean by this is, after every dish you use, you just wash it. Wash the dishes, clean up the counters, wipe the table, dry your dishes, put them away. Just the little things that will make your life just so much easier, because since you're cleaning your kitchen after every use, you don't just, at the end of the day, you're like, crap, look at all these dishes piled up. Look at all of this. You don't have to be worried about that. You can just be worried more about just winding down and getting into bed. My sixth goal is to sweep/mop once a week. This one has already kind of begun to become a habit, especially because my dad really enforces us to broom and mop. So since I have siblings, we all take turns to broom and mop. Moving on to my next goal. My next goal is to limit screen times. Oh my god, this is a huge one. I'm doing online school, so I'm literally in school for 8 hours. Plus I film, plus I watch Netflix, plus I watch YouTube, plus this, plus that. I'm literally on my screens like all day, every single day. So that is definitely a goal that I need to make into habit as soon as possible, because I'm just on it way too much. My next goal is a very easy, obvious one, but that I always forget to do, is to take my vitamins. Holy cow. There's so many things I need to be taking vitamins for. My next goal is to try at least one meatless meal a week. This next goal is so important to me, which is get outside in nature. Oh my god, I love this one because I try to go on walks, especially with my family, like every day. But because of like the daylight saving and it's like gets dark really fast, like we don't really do this anymore. But especially over summer, it's so not over summer, every single day, it's so important that we soak in the sunlight at least for like 10-20 minutes. Trust me, it feels so good. Lately, some ways that I'm implementing this is lately I've been doing my workouts outside, except today because it's like, you know, it's rainy and I just like, there's no way, it's so cold too. Try to get outside in nature, whether that's taking a walk, laying down, working out, whatever you want to do. Oh my gosh, this next goal is something that everyone should be doing, is to read at least one book a month. This is definitely one of my priorities for this year. This one is a hard hitter. I'm the type of person that's like obsessed with books and I have to be reading them constantly to like kind of get in the memo. But like if I read a book, I can read 20 books back to back. But then if I take like a week or two break, or like I stop reading for a few months or days or whatever, I'm like, I don't want to read. I don't want to read at all. So I have to constantly be reading back to back to back to back to back to really get into the habit and into the mindset of being like, hey, I love books. Hey, books are good for you. This next goal is tell your loved ones you love them and you appreciate them. And this is definitely a hard one because I'm not the type of person to be like texting someone, like especially my family members, like all the time. So this is definitely one that I really don't need to be working on because I'm sure there are some, especially with quarantine, a lot of my family members, like I'm sure they felt like alone and stuff. So it's definitely something that I want to start doing more often, just kind of reminding my family that I appreciate them, reminding them that I love them so much, and just kind of thanking them for being in my life and just kind of like making my life better, you know what I mean? Is to ask for help when you need it. This is so important for me because I know there are times where like I'm just like, no, like I don't need help, like I got it on my own, I can do it on my own. It's so easy to get into the mindset that if you're not self-reliant, I definitely need to start getting into the mindset that asking for help is okay. Asking for help is a necessity as humans. We are very social people. We need to be around others. Asking people for help, no matter what area of your life it is definitely something that we shouldn't be ashamed of and we should work on more. The last goal that I want to talk about is to opt for plastic-free options when I can. This is definitely a tough one because eco-friendly solutions are unavailable, especially because we live in such like we use plastic like 24/7 type of world. But you know, this is definitely a good one. If you have like the resources to do it, you could buy reusable produce bags, reusable grocery bags, reusable like cups instead of using water bottles like this, which isn't mine. Use water bottles like this that you can reuse and refill. Think about the effect that you put on this world, you know what I mean, before everything. You know what, like use instead of using sandwich bags, you can use like sandwich boxes that are reusable. There are so many ways that we can be more eco-friendly. Those are my 15 goals that I want to make into habits this year. And y'all, wish me luck. Please let me know what your goals are for this year in the comments down below. I read every single comment. And yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.